Government Degree College, Utnur, Adilabad. My name is G. Vijay, Contract Faculty Lecturer in Computer Science and Applications. Now, control structures. Discussions about control structures. There are three types of control structures. The today discussions about do loops, do while loops. I will go for do while loops. While loops and conditions or loops or a conditions or development in any programs in this language. In loops lo there are three types, for do while. So loops while loop statement is a looping control structures in which the loops conditions is testing after each every take loops of these statements, and this is the syntax of loops statements. This is the syntax, this is the syntax of loops statements. Then take, we have to take in and do bracket open. This is called statements, and statements it is a give the inputs or output statements, can take only these statements, right? And while loops you can take conditions, particular conditions, or greater than or less than. this called as a this called as a take, give the result, give the result. It's a do loops, it's a do loops. And then a loop body of statement can be a single statements or a black. Every lines or every statements can be a single statements or the black. So this is the statements of syntax for. So so the do loops is a also kinds of loops which is similar to the while loops, is constants to while loops. The do loops test at the bottom of the loops after executing the body of the loops, after executing the body of the loops or body of the programs, and take statements also body of the programs. Since the body of the loops are executed first, then loops conditions is the check condition, they will be checked and go for the executing a body of the programs. We can be take body of the programs loops statements or loops executing the conditions. This is the loops conditions after beginning of do while loops or bottom of the loops after executing body of the loops. Bottom of the loops while loops, and loops body of the programs or executing the loops. This is called as a loop. So this is the follow the simple example. Syntax do bracket open and statement this is called a bracket close, and body of the program, body of the programs. This is body of the program. Then will be take decision while loop decisions of expenses or decision making in body of the loops. This is example of take give the body of the program. So then then the statements is executed, then expenses is evaluated. If the conditions expenses is true, if the conditions expenses is true, then the body is executed. Again, this process continued till the conditionally expenses because false. So false. Then the expenses, it's a fall. Then expenses because false is a loop in the false the loop in the conditions, then go for the decision of executing true. This is our loop the programs. Loop the programs. Then the loop executing condition, the loops statement or executing conditions, a conditions are tested after executing the loops body of the programs can take loops. Body of the programs can take loops. A loops is a executing of the programs. A loops is a executing of the programs. Loops are take natural numbers or reverse numbers or odd number or even number, or take example and so many programs in example taken. The loops entire conditions before executing the loops body of the programs, and then take and the next conditions, next statement go for the loops, while loops in while loops, and taken the give the executing the program body loops and all the executing of this program. This is the take values or variables. This is the do while loops. When the expenses is tested and found to be false in the loops is executing the condition, control statements to follow the do and while and statements. This is the example of given statements. So next one, the statements, then take any statement and give the decision making statements. So this is the entire data and give the conditions is true, okay, or it said false. This is the conditions of true or false. Then take decisions of values, can give condition. Then can conditions then take value of absolutely value, decision making statements, variable taken a greater than b or a greater than b or a less than b. This is the value of taken variable. So these conditions then will be take in the programs. The do while considers the following problems. Constructs and considers the following problems. The user must be prompted to a process on excellent of given user can be press any key other than x and y. Other keys and x and y are taken variable, integer value taken variable. taken variable value take decision or take natural number or reverse number or even number odd number. This is called as a taken natural number. Okay, so a while loop to text per expenses is evaluated at the beginning of the loops. In a do loops, while loops, the text expanses at the end of the loops. Text expanses of the end of the loops, and do loops for executing, and last one the do while loops is called bottom rested loops. The syntax are given in this program. Syntax of these programs. So this is called a do open brace statement, the loop statements give the example. This is the statement, and take while condition while conditions, and go for conditions and go next to statement. Executing, this is true, this is false. Executing the program and give the result. Executing the program and give the result. This is the statements of given result. So this is the given of example programs. So do while, do loops, this is taken variable value and take x and y. Do open brace sign in response. We have to take particular given number, give the response. And next one, statements of given cout, please type x and y. Please type and x and y, and give the next to while loops. We have to respond any number x value and y value can then decided or condition or decided or conditions, then take values, or decided statement. This is the decided statement. While loop executing after last one and take do while loop is called as a bottom of the tested loop in this program. This is the bottom of the do loop, and give the bottom of the do while loop, top the do loops. This is taken body of the programs and give the example and this result. So use a continue loops. Used we can work out in advance the number of loops, number of times, then give the loops around absolutely value, can take this condition. A semicolon, that items in the for loops, it's a black. There is one semicolon at the end of the for loops, definitions at the beginning of the statements. At the beginning of the statements. Say loop. So this is the take loops of while loop. Give the example programs in do loops. Hash include stdio.h main void. Okay, void main bracket open integer value n equal to 10 semicolon I equal to 0 semicolon. Take the variable and do give the open brace. And next one see out I end of line I variable I plus plus, it's a variable of increment value. I plus plus is a variable of increment value. Bracket close. I is a variable of I plus plus, it's an increment value. I value equal to 0, n value equal to 10. Then we have to take values of given or while bracket open I less than n, it's a bracket close semicolon. Then we have to take I value equal to 0, n value equal to 10. Then I value then print 0, n value then print 10, and give the natural number bracket close and give the natural number, print the natural number. So this is I, it's a 0, I value it's a 0, and next to n value 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 10. This is called as a given natural number. Print the natural number. So this is called as a given do while loops simple programs. So next the break statement is used to loops. Or the exit forms in a break statements, they will be take statement, continuous statement, they will be take switches statements in write a simple break line. It's a simple break line. Okay, statements, types of loops: for loop, while loops, do while loops. Also take this loops statements or for statements and while statements. So for statement, start button, initialization and condition and body of the programs and executing these programs. This is called a programs, then give the result output. This is the body of the program. This one is a condition, decision making conditions, and this is the initializations of give an example and give the result or false. This called as a false, this called as a true. Then will be take this flowcharts example for loops. This is called as a for loop in flowcharts. And next one while loop. while loop. While loop is a take while and body of the programs. This is called a true or false. Expanses of given programs. This is called as a statement also. This is called as a statement. This program then take will be while loops and give the same conditions, and so this is called as a while loop flowcharts. Given example, this is while loop expressions in expressions these programs and executing this condition statement and give the statements. They will be decisions and take while loops program. So this is called as a given programs while loop statement, decision making statement, body of the programs can take false and give the condition, body of program. This is called as a executing or false. This is called to. This is the while loop flowcharts given conditions. This is the flowcharts of given conditions. So this is the flowcharts in while loops. So next one, while bracket open I is less than 10. This is called as a given number I, it's a natural number, and maximum number it's a 10, and given the print the 0 to 10. This is the while loops. So do loops also, then take example, do bracket open statements then given and while statement I equal to or less than 10. I equal to it's a 0, n equal to it's a 10. This is called as a given. The example of given I value 0 and n value it's a 10. 0 to 10 it's a natural number, print the given. It's a loops. For loop there are three types of loops: for loop, while loop, do while loops. So thank you.